Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing an Assassin Rogue PvP guide. This is what you guys want me to do. So let's dive right into it. So, not much has changed from the last season. There's like a few things I've changed around, but not too much. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same thing as last season. Start off with the left side. Pretty much everything is still the same on the left side of the challenge tree. I have not changed anything on the left side pretty much at all. You get your first 3 points: Cloak of Shadows, Blind, Shiv, etc. Thrill Seeking, uh, Gouge, Evasion, Master Poisoner. Cheat Death and Elusiveness is one of the few you can switch out depending on what you want. If you're not good with Elusiveness, you can go with Cheat Death. It's fine. I've switched out both pretty much constantly because I also have time. I also have like hard time keeping up with the uh faint sometimes. So it's up to you. If you want to run Cheat Death, it works perfectly fine. If you're running the Tricks of Trade PvP talents, which is Thick of Thieves, because some rogues do use it, which we'll go over PvP talents later, then go with Tricks of the Trade. If not, then just go Blackjack. So that's pretty much simple. Just depends on if you're running the PvP talent or not, in my opinion. And then Improved Wound Poison stacks up to 2 times. Nimble Fingers, which reduces the energy cost of a Faint and Energy Vial, because if you're running Elusiveness, this will help out quite a lot. Improved Sprint, which reduces its cooldown. Featherfoot increases its movement speed by additional 30% and increases its duration. Reduces movement speed effects on you. Iron Stomach, some people don't run this, but I like it. Increases the healing from your Crimson Vial and Health Stones and Potions. So I like this, especially since I run Battlegrounds a lot. So it probably won't be as useful for arenas. So if you want to switch it out for something like, I don't know, you can switch it out for probably like Superior Mixture or something. That's up to you. But yeah, I like Iron Stomach personally. And then Deadened Nerves, physical damage taken reduction. Faint has another charge. This helps out quite a bit. Tight Spender, which energy cost reduced to finishing moves, so lower things for your energy, which is very nice. Acrobatic Strikes, which is your auto attack stuff. Deadly Precision increases the critical strike combo chance of your attacks and generate extra combo points. Adds leech effects to your lethal poisons for leeching poison or leeching poison. Lethality increases your critical strike chance and your bonus of your attacks by 20%. Soothing Darkness, you are healed every time after your vanish, so that's a little extra heal. Subterfuge, whenever you're out of stealth, it's always the funniest thing where everybody's favorite thing when they're facing a rogue. So even if you get caught out of stealth, for example, you come out of stealth, you still got that 6 extra seconds to get that, like, the rotes and ruptures off, and cheap, you know, all that stuff, even if you're caught out of stealth. So, like, hold on, let me get a combat real quick. And so, yeah, so you can even cheap shot if somebody gets you out of stealth, so you don't even get punished for getting out of stealth, you know? So, anyways, everybody's favorite thing. Without a Trace for the extra vanish. Cold Blood, which increases the critical strike chance of your next damage ability, and if you're playing Fate Bound, you can also run Cold Blood. Now benefits the next 2 abilities and only applies to Envenom. Fate Bound flip by these abilities are guaranteed to match the same outcome, etc. So, but yeah, you could also run that as well. And then last but not least, Vigor for increasing maximum energy, and your energy regen is increased by 10%, and Disability. So, and that's it for the left side. Like I said, the only few things I would change in this row are depending on if you want to run Cheat Death or not, or Trick of the Trade if you're running the PvP talents. Otherwise, it's basically the exact same thing as last season. The right side of the talent tree is mostly pretty much the exact same thing. The only difference this season is that I'm not running Doomblade and Serried Bone Spike, and then I switched those 2 out for Crimson Tempest and Kingsbane. So you absolutely need Kingsbane this season. So, but we'll go over talents again real quick. So Path of Blood, maximum energy increased. Venomous Wounds, you gain 8 energy every time you go out to Rupture. Proof Shiv now increases your damage against the targets. Rapid Injection and Venom's effect is increased the damage by 10%. Bloody Mess, Garrote, and Rupture damage increased. Improved Garrote, and now deals increased damage. It has no cooldown when used from stealth, so you can just use it on people when you're coming out of stealth for the extra few seconds. Master Assassin and Critical Strike increased by 20% after stealth and after breaking stealth. Eternal Bleeding, Kidney Shot, Rupture also apply Eternal Bleeding, dealing up to a certain amount of damage for 6 seconds based on combo points. Critical Strike critical strikes with attacks that generate combo points grant an additional combo point for Critical Strike. A Shiv increases 100% increased damage and has 1 additional charge, so this one's actually pretty huge. Crimson Tempest, this will be your AoE for Battlegrounds. Death Mark, or Arena, sorry, or Arenas. Death Mark, your burst ability. Sanguine Blades, while above 50% maximum energy, your Garrote, Rupture, and Crimson Tempest consume 2 energy to duplicate 30% damage dealt. Iron Wire is the silence whenever you use them from stealth, as well as like the extra, from Subterfuge. You can still use it for silence. It is really, really insane against casters and healers. Lethal Dose, your weapon poisons nature damage over time, and bleeds deal 2% increased damage to targets each weapon poison. Systematic Failure, Garrote increases the damage of your ambush and melee on the targets. Also forgot this one. Sanguine Stratum, which gives you another combo point, which makes you deal even more damage because it'll have 6 combo points, etc. So, Tiny Toxic Blaze Shiv deals 200% increased damage and no longer costs energy, which is huge. Zodiac Recipe, your poisons and bleeds deal 30% increased damage to targets below. Scent of Blood, and each enemy affected by a Rupture increases your agility. So, and every time you have more people dotted up with Rupture, you'll have even more damage. Shiv strikes additional enemies and increases your bleed damage done to the target by 30% for 8 seconds, so even more damage. King's Bane, which is going to be your biggest burst damage this patch right now. So it's crit anywhere from like 3 millions, sometimes I think even higher for me right now. It's actually insane. So King's Bane is really nice. You want this season for sure, especially since it's a tier set. So you want that. Discriminate Carnage is basically the same thing as last season, where you, if people are stacked on you, you can just, everything will spread to them. Like you can see, these target dummies, without even me targeting them, have Garrote and Rupture on them instantly. So they have to be near you, but yeah, so that's pretty much the talent. And then Sudden Demise, everybody's favorite thing, Touch of Death, where it automatically kills everybody for you and you steal the killing blows. And the funniest part is, if somebody gets bubbled by a Mistweaver Monk, it still instantly kills them anyways when they're low health. I've had it happen multiple times. And that's it. And then Fatebound did get a nerf, but I still prefer it over Deathstalker. If you want to run Deathstalker, that's fine, but Fatebound is way better and more fun in my opinion. I feel like I still do insane amount of damage even after the nerf, so I would still stick to with Fatebound. That's just me personally. It seems like a lot of rogues are still running that as well, at least as far as I've seen. But yeah, Fatebound, just run that. It's, in my opinion, way more better and way more fun than Deathstalker. So just that simple. PvP talents, always run Smoke Bomb, auto lock in instantly, always. Hemotoxin, I always auto lock that in. And then third one is up to you to switch out. You got Disarm, you got Preemptive Maneuver. If you're good at fainting, then that'll help you against, like, you have to like pre-use it before you get stunned, so you gotta learn to predict when people are going to stun you. If not, then it might be a little hard for that. Thick of Thieves is also another one you can run when you use Tricks of Trades on your teammates for something like Arena. Then they can increase their damage for 6 seconds. So that's also another one. And then that's pretty much it. I would only run those 3. So dismantle, Thick of Thieves, or preventive maneuver. Up to you. I don't really run the other stuffs. And that's pretty much it for the talents. Now let's go over stats. Just go for mastery on everything. It's really that simple. Just literally auto mastery everything. The only thing I don't have mastery on is the weapons, which I'll probably replace eventually once we get to a certain amount of conquest or whatever, like week 11. And I'll just replace that. But yeah, just mastery everything. Even if I were you guys, I would also just craft the boots and the shoulders, because the boots and the shoulders don't have mastery from the conquest vendor. So just craft those. Because like I said, they don't have mastery on that. And everything else kind of does. Like you craft the mastery necklace, mastery rings, enchant mastery on uh rings, gems, mastery, versatility. You got your enduring bloodstone. Embellishments is the same thing as before. Focusing lens, enchant on agility on boots, or boots, sorry, pants. Defender's march on boots. Crystalline radiance on chest. Speed on bracers, which I don't have at the moment. And then, yeah. As for tier, obviously get the tier. I have 2 set right now. I have it on gloves, which has mastery, and pants, which has mastery. I'm planning on getting the uh 4 set, because I think it's gonna be pretty good. But I would keep an eye out just in case, because who knows, it might change my mind. And for the 4 set, I'm thinking helmet because I'm mastery on it, and then probably chest because there's versatility on it. The shoulders just don't have good stats for assassin, in my opinion. So I would just go probably chest and helmet. That's what I'm thinking so far. But you know, as of right now, I don't have the 2 set. The people that do have the 4 set, because there are people that do have it, did PVE and I didn't, and it's only week 3 right now, so I don't have the 4 set. I can get my 3rd piece, but I just don't have the 4th piece right now. So, but yeah, I would keep an eye out in the future just in case. But that's what I'm thinking for the 4 set. I mean, having a lower cooldown on Kingsbane and Deathmark is pretty huge in my opinion, but you know, I could be wrong. So, but 4 set looking pretty good. Anyways, that's it for stats. Full mastery, embellishments, focusing lens, tier. Planning on going 4 set, if nothing else, 2 set for sure. Which I have on gloves and pants. Enchants, already showed you guys that. Macros, here are the macros that I'm running currently right now. I have my Deathmark macro, which is my burst macro. Saltwater if I'm running Battlegrounds. Thistlety I put in it for the extra bursts. And then if I am murking, well, I'm not murking anymore, so I get rid of Blood Fury, I get rid of Berserking because I'm playing Maghar. Basically just add in your ability. Like I said, I'm playing Maghar, so I added it into that. Pretty simple. And then Kingsbane, use my 13, it uses my trinket automatically, so aka my badge, because they have similar cooldowns. So I add that into my macro, and then I add Cold Blood as well, and then I use Kingsbane. So I'll have that macro in, both those macros in for you guys. Although if you don't have any ability, it's just basically for Deathmark, just add in Thistlety and stuff like that. But that's basically the macros. And then last but not least, the rotation. Rotation is basically what I like to do in the opener is Garrote, Rupture, Shiv, Kingsbane, Deathmark, and then pop Envenoms, and Envenoms, and Envenoms. That's pretty much it. You can also toss in a cheap shot for right after Garrote as well, if you want to do that. So you can also toss in if not, you can toss in a kidney shot. But that's basically my opener, pretty much on people. So there's also other openers you can do. Like I said, Garrote, cheap shot, Rupture, Shiv, and then you would Kingsbane, and then you just go Envenoms, and then or kidney shots, whichever one you needed, and you just toss and disarms during that. For AoE fights, where people are like, you know, stacked up more, if you're like playing in team fights, you just want to run around and garrote as much people as you can, because there's not going to be everybody that's going to stack on you. So you just want to run around, you know, garrote, silence as much people as you can before your thing goes off, and then pop ruptures on them, etc. Just want to get as many bleeds and people as you can, and then that's pretty much what you want to do. So let me show you guys like one more time. So you just run around, garrote, rupture people as much as you can, you know, just garrote them all, rupture them all, and that's pretty much what you're gonna do. You want a Fan of Knives, and then Crimson Tempest, and then you can pop your Shiv, King's Bane, and then Death Mark if you have it up, and then just, that's pretty much it. Some other things you can do is like Vanish offensively and garrote again, so you can get that silence. What if you see me do Battlegrounds, I will sometimes Vanish offensively garrote to get a kill on a healer, for example, and a lot of the time it works that way. So you can do that route if you want. Just do be warned, you will lose a defensive out of that, and sometimes it's costed me my life just because of that. So just be warned the way you use it sometimes. And that's pretty much it for rotation. So for cleaving. So let me do each of them like one more time. Basically, like I said, you just run around and rupture everybody as much as you can. So just imagine these guys aren't stacked, and you know, you just run around and do that. And then you just pop some Fan of Knives, Crimson Tempest, people that are stacked, and then just go to town with King's Bane and Death Mark. Pretty much. And then once you have nothing left, you just use your Mutilates and Envenoms, you know, stuff like that. And it's that simple. Always make sure your garrote and rupture are on your kill target at all times. I believe everybody knows that, so just make sure you have rupture and garrote all times. And that is pretty much the rotation for leaving people down. It's very simple. Just garrote, rupture as much people as you can before your subterfuge comes off, and then go find your kill target, shiv them, King's Banes them, Death Mark them, and then just go to town with them with kidney shots and envenoms. It's pretty simple. Let me do one more rotation on your just like your one target, and just say that this cleave target is just one person. All right. So basically, what I will do is let's open up with Cheap Shot with him this time. So we'll open up with Cheap Shots, garrote, rupture, shiv, King's Bane, and then Death Mark. And that's pretty much my opener. And then just go to town with Envenoms after that. And then if he does trinket, which a lot of people probably will, you can disarm him, or you can kidney shot him right after. It won't be a full kidney shot, but do keep that in mind. You can also, like I said, if you want, you don't have to open up with Cheap Shot. You can just you can open up with a garrote, rupture, and shiv, King's Bane, kidney shot, then Death Mark. You can go that route as well. Either one works. I've done either one. So yeah, there's pretty much so many different rotations for rogues. I might have just confused everybody with all my openers, but those are pretty much all the rotations. So the one you just saw is what I usually do if it's just on one person. But if you're in team fights, then yeah, it's just basically, it's just garrotes everybody up, as well as add in some ruptures during that, and then just go to town on the main person. So I ruptured everybody, shiv, King's Bane, main target, kidney shot him, if he doesn't have DR'd, of course, and just go to town on the main target. And then you can also smoke bomb your kill target as well. Try to time the smoke bomb correctly if possible, because like you only have one smoke bomb and it's on every 3 minutes. So smoke bomb can 100% change the tide of getting a kill on a target for sure. So make sure you smoke bomb at the right time. You don't want to just go, oh, smoke bomb, and then you don't get a kill target, because, you know, I mean, you don't get a kill because of that. So do keep that in mind. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. Hopefully this guide helps you out. Like I said, there's a ton of rotations on Rogue, so hopefully I explained the best I could. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later. Peace.